Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So, it's been a while. I know it's been a while since I last made a video. And let me give you a little catch up with this mustard. I'm just enjoying life. I'm loving life. I recently moved. I moved last month. I don't know if I made a video since then. But life had to bring me back. So I started slipping. Yeah, I really did. Be quite frank with y'all. I started slipping. And I started to become bored and stagnant. And the universe said, okay, it's time. It's time. So I moved into this new place. And before I moved, I decided to invest in me. So I'm taking this course and I'm almost done getting my practitioner's license certification. And life has just been really amazing. So I know y'all just seen me looking strange, and I just seen a cat dead under a car, and I'm just like, second one. Seen one yesterday, and this is the second one. Um, yeah. So that just threw me all the way off. Like I don't even know where I was just now. But getting back to what I was saying, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. So my day starts at 4:09. My alarm goes off at 4:09. And ain't that something? The address on this place is 13. So 4 plus 9 equals 13. I can't make it up. Um, so I get up and I do my yoga and I meditate. Uh, I get my girls up, you know, take my shower, and I move on with my day. But lately, something strange has been, not strange, but something divine has been happening. And I accredit it to that divinity, that 13, that number 13, because I'm seeking more. I'm seeking more. So, short story. I get on the bus. This particular bus is I get on one bus or the train, get on another bus, and then I get on another bus. We leave the house about 5:30 a.m. to get my girls to school, and the day goes on from there, right? As y'all can see, I live near a train. Anywho, it's always a moving. Wow, the last place was planes. This place is trains. Huh. This is something to really pay attention to. A lot of movement energy. Thought I was getting away from the loud planes and moved near the loud trains. So I attribute it to movement. Much movement. Anywho, so as I get on this bus coming back home, there's a young lady that gets on and she has a special needs child. And I want to go into that for a second. And I don't really know the terminology or how to express how I view this amazing soul. However, what the mom does is she picks the child is between 5 and 7, maybe 8. She picks the child up and she wheels him onto the bus. She'll push the wheelchair. And normally what people do is they'll chain the wheelchair down and lock it in place so that it does not move. Oh, that's a big one, ain't it? You see it? And what she does is she'll put the wheelchair next to her legs, put the son on her legs, and ride the train like that, fold the wheelchair up. Anywho, I've been observing this for like the last month and a half. And something made me really just absorb it today as I was in meditation. So I'm sitting there and it's divine alignment how I've been able to connect with all there is, that source energy, that God within, right? And in this rise, it made me really think how everything they've told us is inverted, right? So I'm like, hmm, when we want something as a family structure, who do we normally go to and ask? I'll wait. Well, if you don't know, we go to mom. Because mom is usually home. Mom is the nurturer. Mom is the structurist in the home. She structures everything, right? We only go to dad when it's a last result or when we want dad to overturn mom's decision, right? So we go to mom. And it made me question. I said, you know, my mom wasn't really there when I was younger. I kind of felt abandoned by her because she had babies back to back to back to back, right? It's taken me years and years and years to finally understand 555 that my mom was only a mere physical representation of the Divine Mother. And my physical mom was what I needed to be able to get the lessons that I needed, get the karmic energies that I needed, right? It's so divine because me and my mom never really had a connection. We never really had a bond, but it wasn't meant to be. And if we look at it, if we change the way we view things, the whole the whole shebang boing thing would change. So check this. So I've had to forgive my mom, and I'm not even quite sure if I've totally forgiven her. But I know I've been on that precipice because she's worthy of that, right? I deserve that. I deserve to forgive her. And my mom did everything that she could within the best capabilities of who she is, right? Because she never had the nurturing, she never had the mothering, she didn't know what she was doing. And then come the third child, me, this aware child, and she's like, well, what do I do with her? You know? So I tried to dumb myself down a little for her. It didn't work. She was just like, you know what? Out of all her children, I think I was the only one that she just couldn't deal with. And that's cool, but that's not the point. My point is, as I was in meditation today, I started thinking, I need nurturing from my mom. Now, my mom, this year would be 10 years my mom is transitioned. But I know that my mom is not gone. So where is my mom? I said, you know what? I am going to change the whole trajectory of what it is that this 3D plane calls mom. Now, I know that there's a higher form of me. There's an inner form of me. There's an outer form of me. And there is definitely a lower form of me, right? So, how do I go about this? Well, I told mother this rise, I need to feel your warmth. I need to connect with you. I need connection. That's it and that's all. And I am, I was listening to this video on TikTok earlier. People in their day want loud cars. I don't know what they see in that. But anywho, um, it was talking about the waters, right? How the waters are tainted, whether that's the that we drink or the waters that are, um, you know, this. Remember, we breathe in H2O, right? So the cosmic waters, they're tainted in this 3D plane. So in the comments, there was a conversation being had about how those who love the water but are afraid of the water. I said, wow. Now, in numerology and even tarot, the number 2 represents the mother. It represents the water, the emotions, the feelings. So I said to myself, glad I'm coming up with this because I remember what I'm saying. There are two tides in the day, one that goes out and one that comes in. So this is my question to you. If there are two tides that go out and come that move throughout the day, what are you sending out in that tide to receive in the tide coming in? And a lot of people they relate to this as praying to God, right? And however you relate to it is valid for you. But this is how I relate to it. And this is a way that I understand it. In the rise, when I am sending my tides out, now remember, the mind is full of water. So, what tides, TIDES, what tides am I sending out in the AM to receive in the evening? And this can also go along with manifestation. What is it called? Intentions, right? What intentions are you setting that you're sending out in the AM, right? And that is one thing that you always want to keep in mind. And at first I was like, well, sheesh, I'm sacrificing a lot to get my girls to school, but not understanding the complaint because it's working in my favor. If I really sit back and look at it, I remember hearing Oprah say long time ago, she gets up at 3 a.m. And I said, why does she get up so goddamn early? Now, this was long, long time ago. This was even before I became aware of anything that was going on. But I get it. They say the early bird gets the worm. But think of it like this. Remember, we were just talking about the water. Early in the rise, what's on the grass? You go outside 3, 4, 5 o'clock a.m. Guess what's on the grass? It's water. It's water. And remember, oh, water holds memory. So, what are you sending out? What are you sending out? And guess what? Oprah, she was hitting on something. Look how she became who she is. It's because she changed her habits. So, if you want to change your life, change your habits. And I know I said a lot in this video, but my mind was just so I affirmed that this gave someone some clarity, you know, and I'm about to do my AM run. If you haven't heard it today, I love you. Mother loves you. Mother loves you. And so does Father. So does Father. But the universe loves you. And we are the manifestation of light and dark, cold and hot, in and out, good and evil. So, with that being said, peace and have an amazing rest of your day.